Hello and welcome to another video about Cardano and the latest price moves in the crypto space. I want to talk about the possibility of a correction for Cardano and other cryptocurrencies. I want to talk about an article that predicts that, and I also want to take a look at the Cardano price and what's going to happen from my point of view. So we have the Bitcoin slight reduction in price back to 43,000, but actually we're still in the green in the last 24 hours. Ethereum has actually dropped again under $3,000 by the time I record this video. So when you watch this video, it might already be different, but we've actually dropped slightly below 3,000. So that is quite interesting. Rejection here of the $3,000, even though we actually closed above the 3,000 already. So that's an important psychological mark. And then Cardano slight correction as well. So 143, I think we were already at 148. But all of that is, obviously totally normal. And that this is always what happens when prices go up for a longer period. And if we take a look at the Cardano price here on the daily chart, again, if you've seen my previous videos, the red line here is the 200-day moving average, so the long-term trend. The blue line is the 50-day moving average, so the mid-term trend. And then we have the 20-day moving average, which is the one of the shorter trend lines, short-term trend lines. What we can see here is that at this resistance level that I've been talking about for a while now, we've been rejected, which is okay. Yeah. So the price tried to go through, was rejected, which is fine, which is always what can happen, and this is totally normal. It's actually more healthy if we see some rejections, and obviously we need to see what's going on going forward. But I believe, we will surpass that, we will flip it, and that will become a support level eventually. But what can now happen? Obviously, there's one possibility it could go down slightly, and then we will go up again. These corrections are totally normal, nothing to worry about. That's why I titled the video, are you starting to get nervous? Because I've already read some comments in some other videos in the comment sections, and people are already talking about a correction is coming. And yes, these corrections, of course, they are always part of a bull market as well, because it is certainly not healthy if we see a parabolic increase or a price increase without any small corrections and price fallbacks. That is what happened here, and you can see what actually happened after that. It wasn't healthy at all. We saw a crash afterwards, so we don't want that. Actually, how it's looking at the moment, it looks extremely healthy from my point of view. It is going up slowly and steadily, as we know it from Cardano, slowly and steadily, which is what Cardano is doing with the development of their road, with their project anyway. Slowly, steady, but professionally, it's moving up. I think that's looking really good. We don't, always if you see prices go up too fast, like here, it's not healthy. So that's all looking good. We've went, with the price, we've closed above all the moving averages here, which are important. And that just means that these trend lines will move to the upside going forward, because the price is currently above them, which is a bullish sign. This is what many traders look at, which then leads to a sort of, knock-on effect, and people are buying more and so on. And what is going to happen probably tomorrow is that this short-term trend line, the 20-day moving average here, the yellow one, will cross above the 50-day moving average, the midterm trend, which means that also the short-term trend will actually move to the upside. And that is always a bullish sign. That means prices probably will go up. I said before, last time that happened, that was somewhere here before the massive price increase in the beginning of this year. So that for me is a really, really good sign. So that means clearly for me that even if we see a short-term correction here, if that here happens, we will just go through. We will go through, and we are in a bull market. That is what I believe. That's what Plan B has confirmed today as well. And if you don't know who Plan B is, he developed the stock to flow model that has predicted Bitcoin price moves for the last few years very accurately. And I think what he says also has some meaning. I believe we're in a bull market. What we need to see here for Cardano to really say that we are in an upward trend is that we need to see a new higher high here. We haven't seen that currently. We are currently at this resistance line The last time we saw this high here, and now we're again at that level. We need to see a new higher high, and I believe then we are in an uptrend again. Currently, actually, it's still looking sort of like a downward trend. We need to see that higher high, but then everything else is looking fine. Yes, it looks like we are, having a slight correction, but again, that is totally normal. That is always what happens. There's also an article that came out today. These guys here talking about a Cardano price prediction. ADA might be due for a 10% correction, but 10%, what is that? That can happen in the crypto space within 1 or 2 days. What they predict is that, yeah, they say basically we are currently in this range of the price of between 145 and 150. We've actually now dropped slightly below that. And it could now mean that there, a sell signal flashed in the chart. We could see a 10% pullback to a midpoint at 130. So they predict a short-term correction before we then move to new highs. And that actually works pretty well, because also from the chart I've got open here, it could mean potentially that the price now could go down to 130, which is pretty much exactly where these moving averages are running. And these moving averages can also act as support or resistance levels. So that pretty much works exactly as what you can see here. So if the price goes back to this level, we are at this 130 level. So chances are, if we're in the bull market, if the bulls are stronger, which I believe they are, then it will go up further. And, we need to say it is really looking really good here on the ADA Cardano chart. I just want to see this new higher high. And I made a video earlier today about next week will change everything. It is a really meaningful week next week for Bitcoin, because there are some moves happening on the Bitcoin price, but also for Cardano, extremely important things happening. So this 20-day moving average will probably go above the 50-day moving average, and hopefully we will cross that 150 line here. And from then on, I think this is what many people are looking at. This is what holds the Cardano price back a little bit. This level here, this resistance level. So if we go above that, which we will, my strong prediction, which we will even before the Alonso mainnet rollout, which happens probably in the beginning of September, then we will get to new higher highs. So I just wanted to give you that brief update, really talk to you about, don't get nervous, because I've already seen comments that people are getting nervous. So this is totally fine. And, if you're a long-term investor, it doesn't matter anyway. I am a long-term investor, so I don't do any day trading. I just do these videos to keep you updated, to keep myself updated. Also because they are fun. I like to do these videos. It's interesting and nice to see how all of this works together, how the prices are related to the Bitcoin price as well, and how people react to these prices. So it's really interesting. And so hopefully that video was useful. If you liked it, please smash the like button. And if you want to follow me on this crypto journey, please subscribe to the channel. Thanks a lot for watching, and see you in the next video. Bye.